Beautiful. Welcome to Dr. Sarah's Cafe. This is your timeless Tuesday tarot reading, and it's for all signs. Anyone who feels drawn to watch, you are welcome. And my intention is that you receive some message or value or insights, confirmations that you can take and use with you in the time ahead. This could apply for a week, could apply for months, maybe even years into the future. Might even just be confirming something from your past. We're starting off with Shine, Mama Jumbo. This is from the African Goddess Rising deck. Shine. So I wanted to start with an oracle card this time around. And this is telling me that there's a need for you to get over your fear of being seen. To address, bottom of the deck, we have worthiness. So some of you are afraid to shine because you struggle with feelings of self-worth. You struggle with not feeling worthy of being seen or not feeling worthy to step into a particular role. So for some of you, it's not the idea of being seen in general, but being seen in one specific role, right? And so you might be getting a promotion at work and you're like, oh, I don't know, having imposter syndrome, like, can I really do it? I'm afraid of taking on the greater visibility, the greater risk and responsibility. More people are going to see me. And others of you, it could be dealing with relationships and opening up and allowing yourself to be seen and allowing other people to experience and witness your radiance and your inner light shining from within, right? And yeah, so the questions that you can be asking in this time ahead is, one, have I been afraid of my own light? Have I been afraid to witness my own inner shine? And have I felt worthy to be celebrated and recognized and appreciated for the light and the insight and the brilliance and the joy, the happiness, the love that I bring to a particular situation or context? Okay, let's pull some tarot, see if we can get more specific, additional insights on this. I feel like that alone might be confirmation for somebody, for sure. All right, and I'm using the Onyx Tarot deck. We do have, as I finish shuffling, we have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom, which is the low self-esteem card for me. So with worthiness showing itself, Five of Pentacles showing itself, both at the bottom of the deck, there is a history or a pattern of struggling with self-worth, struggling with self-esteem, struggling to feel like you have an inner light, struggling to recognize that you have something worthy of being seen, worthy of shining. Okay. What additional insights and messages you have for the lovely souls who are watching? Judgment. I like this. This is the call. This is your spirit calling you to level up, calling you to expand. I'm also looking at the quarter moon here. So moon cycles could be very significant for you. There's a quarter moon. It looks like a half moon, but really it's the quarter moon, either the first or the third quarter. I get the feeling that it's a waxing moon, though, that it's growing in light. It's growing in light. And so with this shine here, it's like you are growing, you're elevating, your light is getting brighter. Your own awareness of your inner light is starting to grow. Your consciousness and your awareness here is increasing. And I love this depiction too, the way she's sort of surrendering. I don't know if you can see it. Let's make this darker. It's like she's surrendering to her higher self, right? She's just not fighting against the ascension, not fighting against the level up, the up leveling, the rise of her spiritual nature, of what's the essence of her real soul, right? She's just like, there you go. Like she just opens up and it appears. We do have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is the fear, the worry, the concern about your inner light, about you shining. I also think about the Judgment in terms of shedding skin. This is also bringing to mind like shedding an old way of being, releasing, letting go of an old way of being and operating in the world. Yeah, Eight of Cups. This is the emotional journey, specifically the healing journey. The moons are really standing out to me in these cards for this reading. Also the pyramids. The pyramids are interesting here. Usually in the Eight of Cups, it's mountains in the distance, but these seem more like pyramids. That might be a confirmation or just a relevant detail to, clue you in that this message might be for you. But I mean, yeah, all of these, like even the stars, the light in her hair, right? Speaking of shining, the shininess of her clothes, it's like wherever you go, you're just glowing. Like you sparkle, you shine, you shimmer, you glow, like glittery. You have this glittery aura about you. And it's because you are doing your emotional work. It's because you have made the choice, the courageous choice to embark on your own emotional healing journey, to walk away from unhealthy patterns and things that are out of alignment with your values and your greater purpose and your truer destiny. For me, this channel model is fill your cup and fulfill your destiny. And the Eight of Cups is, leaving behind the old and walking towards your destiny, right? That's exactly what that is. Okay, let's get one more. Or I think one more. I'm thinking one more, but it depends on what it is if we want to clarify. What else? Okay. Ooh, Six of Cups. 10 of Cups, bottom of the deck. So it's just really, really clear and obvious. Now, the Six of Cups itself can be a really sweet energy, but what I mostly get is it's the past. We have a past, maybe even childhood context, understanding of ourselves. The way we understood ourselves developed in childhood, started in childhood. We have the Eight of Cups, which is saying, that identity was what it was for the time that it was, but there's something else that I'm being called to. I'm being compelled and led into a new version of myself. And then that leads to the 10 of Cups, which is the emotional fulfillment, the emotional happiness, the joy, the life, the greater destiny that you're seeking, or at least the next phase of it, right? And it's interesting because there are 2 cups in between on either side of this. So 6 to the 8 is 2, and then 8 to the 10 is 2. So this could have something to do with relationships and how when you start to change, your relationships start to change. The people in your life might shift, pivot, change in some way, or like you can see, like even if the same people are still in your life, as you go through this transition and this pivot, the way you relate to them changes. So as you change on the inside, as you do your emotional healing, your emotional work, the way you relate to people is different. Your boundaries might be different. The way you talk to them might be different. The way they talk to you or speak to you might change or evolve. You might be able to open your heart more and start to experience more intimacy and vulnerability with the people in your life, right? Yeah, I'm really getting that as you allow yourself to shine, as you allow your inner light to shine, do your emotional healing work and step more fully towards the higher version of yourself, or like the more fulfilled version of yourself, it does open you up to experience greater joy, peace, love, prosperity in your relationships, in your community, with your family and friends, and just in your life, your creative collaborators. And the Judgment energy with the Six of Cups is also heavily giving past. And so this is definitely surrendering the past. Even if you have some element of fondness or some element of attachment to the way you were as a child, you have some attachment to the self narrative, the self concept that you developed as a younger person, right? You might feel really attached to that old way of perceiving yourself, that old way of thinking about yourself. With the Judgment energy, you are being compelled through spirit, through your higher self, through the cosmos, your spirit guides, your spiritual, all of that. The words you use will make sense to you. You're being called to let it go. Leave that behind and ascend to a new understanding of yourself, and a new elevated, more evolved, more healed concept of who you are, way of defining yourself, thinking of and about yourself, speaking about yourself, right? So maybe in the past you were like, oh, I'm just not that smart. You're leaving that and you're saying, actually, I am very wise and smart and very intelligent, and here's how that shows up in my life, right? So that's just one basic example. It'll be different for each of you. But I love that it's showing that trajectory, of saying, I recognize how that past, where those past childhood narratives came from, why I developed them, how they were serving me at the time, whether it was through coping mechanisms or understanding how to navigate life. But I'm ready to open my heart, or rather open my heart and see what else is possible. Like, I have more brilliance, more radiance, more shine than this past version of myself allowed for. And I'm going to walk towards that and achieve greater fulfillment in my life. All right, my dears, I hope that this message has in some way helped you to refill your spiritual cup. And I hope to see you in another video. Take care.